It seems the struggle continues in Zanu PF with the announcement that we have just seen coming from Patrick Chinamasa, announcing the firing of members of Zanu PF Chiwenga faction. It is now beginning to be very interesting where we are going as we continue to hear the intrigue in Zanu PF becoming more and more, pronounced by the day. The fights are now very clear and nobody can dispute it, and even Warakashi can't deny it. This is a time and a season that we have always spoken about, that you are going to see them coming, attacking each other on social media, and we are beginning to see it happening. There's quite a lot we have heard of the Godfrey Gomez that have been fired, and the number of people that have been fired, including Comrade Blessed Geza, who has been fired from the Central Committee. But is this a helping out? This is the main question, the million-dollar question that anyone can need to ask Emmerson Mnangagwa. Are you making life easier for yourself, or you are actually entrenching yourself into more problems? Because I don't see how this helps, because the solidarity with the people that have been fired is much greater than those that are on the side of Emmerson Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa has made himself the enemy of Zanu PF itself, without even talking about the enmity with the ordinary people of Zimbabwe and the champions of change, because he has decided to enrich himself and his family, and forgotten, or rather ignored, everyone else. And this is the greatest error that this man has done under the sun. And this is the very error that is coming against him, coming after him, and it's the very same error that is going to put him down. Well, today we are watching and seeing Mnangagwa behaving as if he's in charge and is in control of the situation. But the truth of the matter is he is not. He is far from being in charge. What we are seeing happening right now is a degradation of the platform that Mnangagwa is standing right now. His stage where he stands today, Mnangagwa, is collapsing brick by brick, and it is just a matter of time before we can find him totally binding the dust. And this has been the prayer of the Zimbabwean people, to see the dictator falling. And he will fall. He will fall so mightily. He will fall that he won't even recover. He will fall that those that stood with him and defended him will not know what to do. And that day is not far from now. Let them continue to do what they are doing. We are watching this space. But God is with us in the struggle that we are fighting. And God is faithful in the struggle that we are fighting. I just want us to listen to Chinamasa as he announces the firing of the other members of Zanu PF.
I'm taking all the allegations against Blessed Geza, which are all in the public purview. The Politburo, on the recommendation of the National Disciplinary Committee, the Politburo endorsed the recommendation from the National Disciplinary Committee that Blessed Geza should be expelled from Zanu PF with immediate effect. As you are aware, he was a member of the Central Committee, and that calls for even higher obligations to the success and unity of the party. He was also, as you may also be aware, a war veteran. So he's not someone who can, he's someone who should believe they know from the outset the danger of his utterances and the consequences of his utterances. He didn't pay heed for whatever reason, and of course, we have taken a decision that he be expelled from Zanu PF.
Right. It's unfortunate because Zanu PF is simply destroying itself, and this is just the last kicks of a dying horse. We have said it, family, and can you see how faithful our God is? That what we have been preaching from as back as then, 2023, that there's going to be a serious implosion in Zanu PF, which will lead to its total collapse. And here we are seeing it, we are watching it with our own eyes, and it's going to be happening sooner, and it's going to be very, very interesting. Me and you and I, our job as always is to continue to pray, especially at a time like this where we are entering into a season where we don't want to see bloodshed, because Mnangagwa is up to bloodshed. He doesn't want to just go. We know what demons do. They go violently. So he might want violence before he finally surrenders. Then that is why we need to continue praying so that it does not happen in that manner. We want Zimbabwean people alive to see a new great Zimbabwe. We want Zimbabwean people safe and sound. Those that will fight or march to remove Mnangagwa must be safe and protected so that they can come out of that march alive and celebrate a new state of affairs in the country. Zimbabwe, it is time for us to celebrate the end of tyranny and the end of oppression because God has finally done it. So let's continue to watch this space and see what is going to be happening where we are going. Otherwise, remain blessed and you are blessed. And shalom.